This is the internet-famous Regent International apartment complex, located in Hangzhou, China. It's often called the largest residential building in the world and at one point was home to 30,000 people. That's basically a small city, all inside a single building. What makes it even more intriguing is that despite going viral on social media time after time, all the videos and photos only ever show the outside. There's no footage and very little information about what it's actually like inside, which makes the whole place feel even more mysterious. It's also generally framed online as something out of a dystopian sci-fi movie, with a ton of comments like, the rooms are probably tiny, it must be dark and cramped, it must be so noisy and chaotic. So naturally, I had to check it out for myself and see what's really going on inside this place. Now, before I take you all on this tour, let's talk about what I could find on this building ahead of the trip. According to online sources, Regent International was originally intended to be a six-star luxury hotel, but ultimately became a mixed-use building, with the vast majority being residential units and a handful of small businesses. According to this article here, the architectural design is credited to the same chief designer behind the Singapore Sands Hotel, which is a seven-star hotel in Singapore. So there's no way this will be your average building. The same article also mentions that the building contains a food court, swimming pool, barber shop, nail salon, clothing shops, supermarket, and more, making it super convenient for residents and explains why this building is very popular with influencers. Now, onto the tour. As soon as I got out of the car, I spotted the huge building immediately. A turquoise monument that takes up the entire block. You can see just how massive this is. I can't even fit it all in a single frame. Once you step into the lobby, you can definitely tell that this was meant to be a high-end hotel, with sweeping staircases, polished floors, and upscale finishes everywhere you look. Now, beyond the lobby, the rest of the building isn't as readily accessible to the public as there are security gates, ID scans, and elevators that only let you access specific floors. And while getting access isn't terribly difficult, it did take some digging and phone calls to figure out how, as there's no information online, not even on China's web pages. So if you're wondering how I got in, I'll cover that in the next video, so be sure to hit that like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss it. Now back to the tour. Once you get past the security gates, you'll see the elevators. There's also this big open space here, which I imagine is used for events. After getting off the elevators, we're greeted by a hallway that looks like this. Nothing to write home about, fairly standard but clean, and the lighting wasn't dark or eerie like some comments online made it sound. Now, one of the units I visited is this spa here. You can see that the space is modern, aesthetically pleasing, and quite spacious, honestly. This specific one even has a second floor. There's also floor-to-ceiling windows, which give the space really great natural lighting, and the best part is this view, especially from the balcony. I mean, just look at that. It's gorgeous during the day and even more dazzling at night, which I'll show you in a bit. So that's a few of the rumors debunked. It's not all cramped cubicles and concrete. And while I was getting my facial, I had the chance to chat with the staff and residents of the building, who found it ridiculous that the building had such negative rumors online, as they really enjoy working and living there due to convenience. It also wasn't noisy at all. In fact, other than some muffled conversations from within the apartment's walls in the hallway, I heard nothing unusual during my nearly 3 hours there. After a really relaxing facial, I also got the chance to check out the rooftop, where I was treated to an incredible night view. This full panorama of the Hangzhou skyline is much better than some of the observatories I visited. China really knows how to light up their cities, and this is seriously a $1 million view. I also got to check out some of their other shops here, including this clothing shop and this rooftop bar. And my favorite part is actually the massive food court that's technically separate but within the same compound. There's every option you could want, from milk tea to hamburgers, crepes, noodle soups, and so much more. Convenience is truly the biggest selling point of Regent International. With everything shown earlier and even a metro stop right outside the building's gates, literally everything is at the doorstep. And that wraps up our tour of Regent International. What do you guys think of the mysterious internet famous building? Would you want to live in a building like this? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next one.